Hi Junkie, so for the next, so this part, okay, for this part of the series on modifications, I will be talking about the tuners, okay, or I think the technical term for this one is the machine heads, okay, the machine heads. So why do we modify the machine heads, okay? First again, it boils down to the purpose of your machine heads. So what is the purpose of your machine heads? Tuning, right? So you have to, okay, be able to wind, wind, move these things easily, okay? I mean, it should be somewhat effortless. Okay, it's easy to tighten and to loosen. Tighten and to loosen. Okay, another criteria is they should be able to hold, okay, that tuning, because some crappy tuners actually cannot hold tuning, that the tuning of your bass. Okay, so in the middle of your playing, okay, you are little by little going out of tune, so you don't want that to happen. Okay, so that's the first criteria. If the sorry the if the machine heads of your bass, okay, the current machine heads of your bass are either cannot maintain the tuning, okay, so if they cannot maintain the tuning and it's really gritty, it's hard to turn, okay, that can warrant a good, that's a good reason. That's actually a good reason for you to replace your machine heads. If it cannot maintain the tuning and it's hard to manipulate, you have to replace your machine heads. But of course, before replacing your machine heads, you have to know the exact measurements of these, okay? You have to know the exact measurement, because if not, you will just be buying the wrong set. Okay? So it doesn't matter if it is gold or okay, chrome, as long as it does the job, why not? Alright? So another reason which is not really that important, okay, is the neck dive. Okay, the neck dive is when this one happens, okay, because the tuning pegs are actually heavy, okay, then the bridge, sometimes it, when you go like that, it goes like this, okay. So this one doesn't have that neck dive, okay. I have a bass there that has a neck dive, but well, it doesn't really bother me. But for some players, it bothers them. Okay, so the solution for that is you can replace these machine heads with the really light ones. Okay, so can I mention a brand? Hipshot. The Hipshot has the ultra light tuners. Okay, these are so light and so stable. They're very good. However, somewhat expensive. Okay, it can reduce the neck dive. Alright, it can reduce the neck dive. But if your bass has this neck dive, but the tuners can actually maintain proper tuning and are not hard to wind, maybe you should think about you have to think about it. Okay? Maybe you don't need to change it. Alright, so again, if the function is good, why replace it? Okay, but if you have the money, okay, then do so. Alright, do so. So here, okay, again, summary: replace your tuners or your machine heads only if, number one, they cannot maintain proper tuning, and number two, they are hard to manipulate. That's it. If they can maintain proper tuning and you can wind it properly and you can easily tune your guitar, no need to replace it. Okay, no need to replace it. And another reason, if you're annoyed with that neck dive, you can replace this with the ultralight ones. Okay, so there, some tips. Okay, some tips for you. and hopefully this has been helpful. Onwards to the next part.